Hi everyone, we have some news.
Leo is sad to announce that he is giving up on the podcast. He says it takes too much time and he needs to focus on other things.
Today, we will try to run the episode to see if we can take over.
April Fools!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello, and welcome to... Actually, why don't you introduce this one?
Okay. Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of Anything in the World.
For those who listen every month, aka our veterans, welcome back. If this is your first listen, hear it till the end, and then even maybe leave a review. You can leave one by going to ratethispodcast.com/AATW and following the simple instructions. You can then even listen to the previous episodes too. The link is in the show notes, just in case you didn't get it.
Leo says this so much that you probably haven't memorized, but I'll say it again for the new ones. This show can be heard in many platforms, including Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
YouTube,
Google Podcast,
Deezer,
SoundCloud,
and much more.
We pranked you in the beginning of this episode, but have you ever thought of why we prank each other?
And also, why is it on a certain day instead of any random day? Today, we will also explain how it all started.
I have my first in-person guest here with me today, and I couldn't be happier. My cousin, or should I say, my sister, Tali, all the way from Canada. You may remember her from episode 1, Summer Around the World, and episode 3, What Are You Thankful For? But she was always remote. Now for what you're really here for.
Although April Fool's Day, or All Fool's Day, has been celebrated for several centuries, the exact origin has never been proven, leaving everything a mystery. However, people still search for answers and make many theories.
One common theory dates back to 1582, when the French switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. This ended up causing the people who hadn't heard it to be confused and still celebrate New Year's on April 1st rather than the new date, January 1st.
This made the uninformed people the butt of jokes. The prank started by other people sticking paper fish on their backs. They were then referred to as Poisson d'avril, which is April fish in French. This was used to represent an easily caught fish and a gullible person. Many countries celebrate April Fools in different ways.
Belgium, Italy, and France like to keep things original, so they stick to the paper fish idea. See what I did there?
In Poland, they say,
Prima aprilis, uważaj, bo się pomylisz.
on April 1st. This translates to April Fool's Day. Be careful, you can be wrong.
In Scotland, April Fool's Day is traditionally known as Hunt the Gawk Day. This is because they call the foolish person a gawk.
In Brazil, the name is completely different. It is called Dia da Mentira, which means Day of the Lie. People will tend to tell more lies than to prank people.
Did you know that in Australia, Canada, and England, there are rules for the pranks? They are only supposed to be played until noon. As you may know, a kick me sign is a common prank that seems to never get old. They have been done hundreds of thousands of times and given someone a little laugh. This joke was never made to hurt someone, but rather to give them a little wake-up call that it's April 1st.
Another prank that is especially common on YouTube channels is a clear cling wrap prank. People will attach this wrap from one side of the doorway to another at about the height of their face, making the person who comes through get a little surprised by hitting their head on something unexpected. A quick and very annoying prank is a prank call. People get very enraged, making it kind of funny.
When I say cover everything, what do you think of?
I think of two very common pranks.
I do too, but let's see if we're thinking about the same one.
The first one I think of is when people cover walls and desks with post-it notes.
The second one that I always think of is usually used at the office. People will tend to wrap everything in aluminum foil. This can be a good laugh and a waste of time, as the person will have to unwrap each and every object they want to use. The last common prank that we already mentioned is sticking paper fish on people's backs.
We couldn't find an exact reason on why people play pranks. We think it may be to honor the people that did not find out about the change.
If you have any ideas, please contact us for a chance to be heard in the next episode.
Yay! you made it to the end.
As always, thanks for listening, and we hope you learned something new from us. As you probably know, our listeners are our main priority.
If you have any comments, complaints, questions, or anything else in the world, feel free to contact us.
Getting in touch with us is simple. Our Instagram is at AITW Podcast, and our email is aitwpodcast@gmail.com. Don't be scared to contact us. We always love hearing different ideas, and we'll try to respond very quickly.
We are now also on TikTok. The username is the same as our Instagram, at AITW Podcast. If you forgot to write any of the names down, the information is in the show notes. Wait.
Just before you go do your signature prank, remember to help us by telling everyone about this show.
Whether you are going to prank your parents, your kids, your friends, or maybe even your pets, try to leave a little note saying, "Pranked ya! Now go listen to anything in the world to make your day a little better." Goodbye.